Straight away, just the double elimination here, so the loser will be gone. And Imperial on home soil don't want that to be them, but the Mongols, they don't get that many chances to compete internationally. They've got to take every chance they can get. Let's see if they can step it up into Mirage, the decider map of the series. Imperial starting on the CT side. Mongols on the T side pick up a P250 for the pistol. And they got plenty of players leaning towards B.
Oh, Jota could be in some trouble here. He's got his bell rung as well. No, sorry, boltz has got his bell rung, but Jota's not doing much better. Still, it's all about the headshots often in the pistol rounds, and they start to come through. Mongols with 2. Disengaging now. Bartak found a kill on A ramp as well. But VINI is still in CT. Pistol round isn't over until it is. We'll see if VINI can do anything. Scanning around. Moving into the off angle. Used to find get right here a fair amount. Nice one tap on the first one. Running low though. Needs to get a reload in as well. The flashbang is up, but it won't save him. Chelo and boltz on 11 and 12 HP respectively. boltz coming in from short, but smoke is up, so chelo's got to do it alone, but Bartak's here to trade. 1 versus 2. boltz has plenty of experience, but can he find these players? Don't think there's a kit on this bomb site. So he needs to find them quickly, but he'll find a headshot quickly. Hot lead through the head from blitz.
Yeah, good decision from the Mongols there to slow down. I'm glad that they were able to figure that out in the mid-round. Bartak got that kill on ramp that you were talking about. Once they saw this stack towards B, they figure, we can just come back to A. We've got a good chance at isolating a fight here. That is exactly what happens. And blitz ends up picking up a triple kill on the round. So good start for the Mongols. And now they're going to lean instantly towards this A bomb site.
Good flashes. Good flashes indeed. VINI fishing for something. Oh, but a deagle's not what it used to be. Really need to land those headshots. Success thus far for the Mongols, and Imperial may just fall back and try and hold on to what they have for the next round and make it a second force buy attempt. Handily dealt with by the Mongols. Again, neither of these teams above 60% on Mirage, which I think makes for a juicy game for our deciding map.
Yeah, I like that pull from the Mongols. The MAC-10 players push like just before the nades are actually landing on the site. So they get up onto the site so quickly that they push pretty much perfectly with when that flash is popping. So it would have been a bit of a risk if there was a scout holding, for example, and they would have just run out ramp and there would have been no nades and they'd have been in trouble. But it's only the MAC-10s you're risking anyway. And if they do just get up onto the site with that extra pace, there's really nothing Imperial can do there. So nice round from the Mongols. Imperial will keep some of those weapons into this one though. So still chances for Imperial to try and compete into this round. Wow, a no skin scout from Fallen.
Yeah,
interesting.
Disgusting. Where's the shark skin? That should be standard affair.
It's like the same play from the Mongols.
It is indeed. Nothing wrong with that, especially since they know it's pretty much a similar situation. Beautiful work with the MAC-10 by Hasteka. There are 2 kills here for Imperial. Bartak will be flashed in, and he'll clear the position. Now, boltz has got full armor and an MP9. So at some point, there'll be a decision to be made with that. Or there won't be, because Annihilation will take that decision away.
They might just commit to this at this point. MP9 wouldn't be a very valuable save. Although he could just try and play for exit kills. Damage the Mongols' economy. Won't happen though. Bartak with a good start here. Good for Bartak to get off to a good start, because over the first 2 maps combined, he only got 10 kills. Was way behind the rest of the pack. It's nice to see him getting some early impact. And now we get those AWPs out. We talked about it in the pre-game. The AWP can be so important on this map. Well, both snipers will have their chance here for early impact.
Boost up for Annihilation. Chunky HE grenade. Warning that Imperial know what you might be up to. And now Annihilation comes to life with a very nice flick onto Jota. Maybe he'll peak at the right time here in this third map. Early entry for Mongols. Hard for Imperial to be aggressive in certain places here now. They could maybe go for, if they went for a play up mid or something with the silence we currently hear. Could be an AWP waiting for them. Of course, those reloads more common now with the smaller magazine size. Mongols positioning themselves for a heavy assault of the A bomb site. Blitz showing some presence. Looks like that'll be a deep flashbang to take any CT angles away. Smoke grenade first. VINI gives himself some space, some room to play around with that smoke. 40 seconds on the clock, and chelo will start to make his way over. Smoke was supposed to land top connector. I'm not sure if it did. Ooh. No, it didn't. Have a look at the smoke on the radar. Looks like it's landed more on the stairs. I think there's been an error with a smoke here, which has given Fallen an angle. Look at that. That's terrible. 24 seconds, and we have a colossal error for the Mongols. They were in control until they messed up a smoke grenade. Oh dear. I don't think I've ever seen the grenade land like that. What happened? I don't know if it collided. I don't think it collided with someone. I think it was just messed up. I could see on the radar, it looked like it's landed on the stairs, and Fallen was out of commission until that happened. That is, you can't afford to be doing things like that unless there was some reason we haven't seen for it to land weird. But it kind of went further than it normally does, depending on where it's thrown from. Very bizarre.
Yeah, I think they just messed up the smoke. I really think that's what happened there. That's such a shame. Oh man, well, the Mongols, they'll have to try and recover. It was apparently a team flash there on mid. Azteca was pretty blind. It goes 1 for 1. See what the Mongols decide to do with that. Flash will just go into the apartments. So Imperial actually adjust. They have a second player towards B. Plenty of time.
I think the smoke was, I'm watching it on the stream, and I think it was thrown.
I just threw it on the fly, sort of, like.
I think it was thrown from around ramp.
Oh, okay.
From what I can see on the radar, so yeah, it may have been on the fly, because I just like, if you had a proper lineup, it's never going further than it should, considering it has to bounce off the opposite wall. So I guess it was just thrown off hand and went too far.
Ooh. That's a key opening kill. boltz still on the B bomb site. VINI is arriving on the rotate to help out here, but he's been cut off by utility. Really good site take here from the Mongols. Looking to bounce right back from that mistake, and it is so hard to retake B. Annihilation doesn't actually peek with a flash, but he knows he doesn't need to. 4v2, CTs will never really go for this.
Slowly backing away. Annihilation smells the weakness, but Fallen has the angle, and he rarely misses. Well, that's a great way to respond to a problem created on that A-bomb site in the round prior. Mongols will be back to their winning ways. Now, the money will be somewhat dicey for Imperial in the next one. They've got 2 very dangerous weapons already. So let's see what they choose to do. VINI with 48-50. Yeah, this should be fine. 4-1 for Mongols. Opportunity to fully break Imperial in this round. Outside of that small error with the smoke grenade, I feel like they've had most of the momentum in this round, in this half so far on this T side. They've had good control. Imperial haven't been able to do much just yet.
Yeah.
Annihilation be looking sharp with AWP.
Been a really strong start. This smoke will be nice as well. Isolate that player in connector. Has Tekka, hard clears it. But Jota wins that opening duel. And oh, there's a cheeky gap for Fallen. He didn't get to pull the trigger though. Imperial getting off to a good start this time.
Fallen being very, very active, not going to get stuck in the window. What is Annihilation up to? You can see him on the radar, standing in spawn. Bartek heads over towards the ramp. So he's alone top mid with the bomb. And everyone is being super silent. Fallen has posted up to hold an angle while boltz goes on a recon mission. And as they see nothing there, you can see Jota trying to buy time by throwing a Molotov towards the ramp, which will allow Imperial more time to get their rotation in as they will expect an A play now. Bomb heading through mid with a second and a third player as VINI makes his way towards the stairs. The jig is up, and Mongols may not realize this just yet. 33 seconds. The kill still have to come through, but that's a free one for VINI. Into the smoke he goes. Annihilation's the one with the bomb, and he finds the opening kill for Mongols. But is it too late? They found a second one now, so we find a 2 versus 3. Bomb should get planted this time. Smoke's in the right place for connector. But what do? It looks like they may concede the whole bomb site as Bartek's going to go around the world towards that short position, surely to take an angle on the bomb. Actually, it will have to be connector. It's not quite planted for short. Racing forward as Annihilation will be left alone on the site. He can hear them, he can see them! He has half the information now as Bartek comes in from the back, drops Fallen and disappears, heading towards jungle. boltz has picked up a defuse kit, and Bartek has an angle he's not expecting, but he's got a smoke as well, and he can't find it! The bomb's defused in the smoke. Thank you and goodbye.
Oh, it's such a shame for Bartek because he made such a good play. Flanking all the way around the back, gets one for free. Annihilation's swing for one was good enough. But yeah, it ends up just being an awkward enough spray into the smoke that he can't finish the job. What a shame for the Mongols. They played this round so well. But credit to Imperial. They hang on in there. Second round secured. Both teams investing basically all their money into this round. So a lot of weight on this gun round. This could be an early swing round in this first half. Imperial with a fair bit of focus on mid. In fact, chelo is moving up into top mid right now. Yeah, just hold that angle. The good thing about that angle is it's really hard to flash with the common T-side flashes. If they throw them deeper into mid to try and blind window players or connector players. It's a pretty hard angle to clear here.
Numbers will eventually yield 1 kill, but did they lose too many? Only 3 players makes life very hard on any map. 45 seconds on the clock. Tekno's in a reasonable position towards B, and there's actually no one on B just yet for Imperial, but over towards short, they'll have some angles towards the window, and that might be enough. 30 seconds left. There are smokes for Mongols. They could go for a split of the B bomb site here. Jota's making his way through the apartment. Tekno's got a good angle for now. And now he doesn't, just like that. That's going to be a problem. Jumps around the corner. Gun isn't ready. And Blitz is in the clutch now. 1 versus 3 with 15 seconds on the clock. He may die after time here. He may have to force the issue just so he doesn't die after time. Then indeed he'll do exactly that. That one fell apart for the Mongols. And now they lead by just 1.
Yeah, that really nice position from chelo. I mean, I was saying, I think it's really hard to clear this angle. You see that there as they kind of end up lining up for him. And then it looked like the Mongols might be able to take control towards that B site, but you saw the way Imperial sort of rotated towards it, had that aggression through underpass. Made it awkward for the Mongols in the end there. And so Imperial will start to work their way back into this one. Not much for the Mongols to work with in this round. They can invest a little, but that $2,400 loss bonus. It looks like Imperial are starting to recover here, and that's a good sign because those early round wins were pretty clean for the Mongols.
Nice work by Fallen. Very, very nice work. That was some really fast tracking required. It shows how fast his reaction times are to get that first and second kill. Just like that, we are tied up. Back on the buy are the Mongols then. All they have to offer in this round. Blitz has picked up a decoy, which could be used as a fake flash later on. I've killed somebody with a decoy before. Actually on Mirage, just randomly jumped through it into the A bomb site when it eventually exploded. Somebody was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Rare you see that in a pro game though. Very rare indeed. Decoy has been deployed.
Saw Hunter getting an impact kill with a flashbang over at the RMRs. And he didn't even realize he got it. He thought he got the kill with the molly, which is quite funny. Looks he had to tell him. Yeah, very rare you get that sort of stuff. Especially the decoy kill. Very slow round from the Mongols. They are working their magic towards mid. That map control will be taken.
Imperial's got a big...
do with it?
Imperial have got a big focus towards A. They're very committed, especially if you consider boltz's position as well. Fallen not going for the deepest of deep angles, but no one's got any control of mid or connector or shorts here for Imperial. It's a very unusual setup from them, and they are really relying on Fallen, but how could you not with how he's been playing? But again, the short position has been compromised. 37 seconds left on the clock, and with the places Mongols have picked and not seen anything, where will they choose to go? Fallen will surely be heard hopping out. Oh, that's awkward for Bartak. Fallen on short now. He scopes, so they know he's there, but this is a bait. But Fallen has to start wondering what's happening as well. He has no cover from connector. Down he goes between a rock and a hard place as Bartak can try to cut off the rotation, but there is somebody immediately below him, and he shows too much arse. Brazilian butt lift will be punishing. 3-on-3 now as Imperial consider going for the retake. That smoke may make life harder, that frag certainly so. And that is the end of the round for Imperial.
Man, when the Mongols win these rounds, they look like they're just tactically outplaying Imperial. Strategically, I'd say, just all across the map. That's a really cool idea from the Mongols in this round. Selling that fake towards A so late. Fallen even ends up leaving B apartments. It was always going to be awkward there for Imperial because they had very little utility left. So Fallen couldn't really drop a smoke and play safe on B. He basically had to, just rely on his ult. And, well, he didn't even get to fire it. He got flanked. This was the kill from Azteca, easy as they come. And then once he got that ult, perfect weapon to cut off that rotation. What a call from the Mongols.
That timing was perfect as well. They obviously heard his scope in on short, and Azteca waited for his teammates to throw the Molotov in apartments to take Fallen's attention back in that direction to peek out as well. Great use of information there. Now the players top mid should, if they were fast enough, have heard that smoke be Molotov in the window. They should know it's not safe out there. Look at that spray. Really nice work. You could argue he deserved more. You could see boltz was like, well, I guess I'll play from here then. With my 17 HP. And Imperial have favoured aggressive positions in the apartments from round to round. That very much limits what boltz will be able to do. Fallen on the MP9 rather than the AWP in this round. Still a minute 10 for the Mongols.
Imperial not fighting mid too aggressively in recent rounds. They do come into connector, but Blitz almost hits the transfer, and Fallen gets inquisitive. He gets caught out there. Techno wins the fight. That's an easy one back from VINI, but his teammates both low on health. And look at Bartak. He's in CT spawn right now.
Very nice.
Oh.
2 players in the red, but he will be traded. Bomb hasn't been spotted just yet. VINI sees the barrel of the gun. Was he seen as well, though? I think he might have been seen, especially... I really wonder. There's a chance that he was seen there. But I think some footsteps have been made now. And there is a grenade, but the bomb is headed elsewhere. Oh, this is quite the gamble. 20 seconds left, and Annihilation will be a sacrificial lamb. Wait, where's the bomb headed? Towards mid with 15 seconds on the clock. VINI's playing on default. This is crazy. He's still committing to this. 9 seconds. Surely it's time to start rotating Annihilation. Or does he want to just hold this player in situ? That might be it.
Oh, they
Off
just
he
got
goes.
it.
Bomb is planted for sure. He can stand in the apartments as well. The presence of mind. They must have seen him on the ramp. They must have. Annihilation's lurking. He's lurking T-ramp. This is crazy. He could have rotated in the apartment and had a great angle. So Bliss is going to have to clutch it now. He's halfway there. And VINI's going to have to assume that Annihilation is somewhere, but he's coming in from short eventually, taking his sweet time as Blitz tries to delay as much as possible. This is bananas. He's got an angle on short then. VINI doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have a kit. So this is a crazy round, Walker. What is happening?
Oh, I love it. I love it. The Mongols just playing with Imperial right now. I mean, to run short to B with the bomb and get there with 1 second left to plant the bomb, like you've plant with 1 second remaining on the clock, it is complete craziness. But sometimes that's what you need, man. The Mongols coming through. Oh, wow. Yeah, and Annihilation, like, sticks around for so long. You have to be so ballsy to do that. But he relies on his teammate who does deliver on the B-bomb site. And that's the round that puts Imperial down to a weak bye.
I feel like they're only doing that if they see that player on ramp and don't pull the trigger. I'm convinced they must have seen his elbow and just didn't see enough and like, all right, we could play with this information and make a crazy call. I love those rounds where you see the last 2 players split like that. Saw a one years ago with Shox and Kenny S on Overpass where they did something similar. You just don't believe that they're going to be split with like 20 seconds or less remaining. Really digging deep to pull something like that out of the hat. And it's just 6-4. So much Counter-Strike to come. Big eco round. That was the big rifle. VINI's done something with it, but they may not be able to retrieve that one anytime soon.
Yeah, I think the Mongols realize it's probably that one rifle in play, so they instantly move into connector. Make sure there's no way that rifle gets recovered, at least in the short term. Fallen's got that USP, but he's not got it anymore. Bartak swings on towards him. And this round going as you would expect after Imperial lose that AK. I mean, they could in theory go back to connector and get that AK recovered right now. I don't know if Mongols got it out of there or not. But the Mongols about to get a 7-4 lead. Loving some of these calls from the Mongols. Loving seeing that they're willing to play in the late round. And Jota has indeed recovered an AK. Ooh, good headshot.
Always
Techno.
nice. Got a lot of money in his hands with the Molotov as well. But yeah, Mongols are threatening to pull away quite significantly in this half. And again, I feel like it has felt that way in many a round. Second rifle for boltz as well. That's pretty good. Again, Galil's got better armor penetration than the M4s. So if you know how to spray with it, can be quite useful. Extra bullets as well, of course. So we'll see. 7-4 in favor of the Mongols. A half overpass for them. They started well on Inferno, but you can see it finished 16-12 in the end. T side of Mirage shows promise. See that very specific lineup for that smoke grenade. To go in the frame of the passageway. It seems the Mongols will change the pace then. Imperial have, round after round, favored aggression in that B apartments. Again, boltz got sprayed down previously. They tried to make a play on a ramp and they were waited for. Now it seems mid is where they'll start to get a bit aggro as we see them move up. Azteca caught with a flashbang. Chelo looking for more support from his teammates, but Mongols are pressing forward towards that B bomb site where nobody stands right now. Big boltz was just spotted. Techno delivering the first frag. Chelo forced off the angle, trying to put a lurk smoke up. I think that probably bounced back in front of him. I'm pretty sure it did. Rough situation for them, but they're close enough in a 4 versus 4. Gambles have to be taken. Trying to send it with 2 together. I think they blocked each other from making it through the window. This may prove to be an expensive one for Imperial. How much further do they go? They lose player after player, but VINI stands on the site with that AUG. Jota's here as well, but Bartak's coming in from the back. Doesn't have an angle for VINI just yet. We have a creep from Jota in the apartments as well. Who finds whom first? Annihilation is in trouble. If Jota drops down, he does. Sound queue is there. The bomb is ticking. Is there a kit? There is on VINI, but VINI goes down. Jota does not have the angle. He can't defuse it unless he finds the kill. Is there time though? He hasn't got it. There's the kit as he passes. And he is a goner as well.
Such a shame. He doesn't even get to survive. Wow, these rounds getting tense right now, but the fact that the Mongols, again, they take a calculated risk moving through that smoke, while they've made a little bit of noise elsewhere, pays off well for them wonderfully. They get onto this B site, and Imperial honestly do a decent job at attempting this retake, but just the fact that the kit is dropped elsewhere, a little far away from the site itself, makes it awkward. And the Mongols just keep on grinding out these round wins. They've got an 8-4 lead now, and Imperial just now taking their first tactical timeout.
Yeah, this is a rough half for them, the CT side. We saw plenty of explosiveness from Fallen, and they have played aggressive on the CT side, Imperial, but they don't have as much to show for it as they might have liked. 3 more rounds to fight for, this one included. Fallen has the AWP once again. Looking to make a play towards B once more. They'll have the fast boost from boltz. Bartak looks for something. Oh, he's pressed Q. Q gets away with it though. Amongst so many players, everybody just likes their AK to feel a bit fresher. Press Q again. I'm gonna be sharper, I'm gonna be faster. Can lead to awkwardness. Speaking of, Fallen gets barbecued, boy. Brazilian barbecue. And no more AWP, no more scopes left. Just the iron sights of the Desert Eagle and the 5-7. Terrorists win. 9 rounds for Mongols.
Lovely work for the Mongols right now. And I was a little worried that they might not be able to come through here on this decider map. But really, it has been the tactical play, largely. And then the individuals all having solid games, but also Bartak stepping up above the rest of them. That's great to see. Have been very quiet in this series up until this map. Is some aggression here. Fallen with the AWP in hand will push through underpass, but he can't hit the shot. Takes a lot of damage, and he will have to fall back. Even that isn't certain. Oh, and boltz. Oh, it's Chelo here alongside him. He gets 3. Oh, man, they go through the smoke into their demise.
That's exactly the situation Imperial needed. There has been an arid landscape as far as rounds are concerned for the Brazilian side. Flurry of frags there will be perfect for them. Being punished from annihilation. Problem in a situation like this is every time you get a frag, the net closes. Maybe even by half. Look at the response from Imperial. They know he's in T-spawn. They know they've got maybe 7 seconds or so to just double you into whatever position they want. The angles get more and more difficult. Plenty of time for annihilation. Fallen's already got an AWP. Otherwise, that might be something to consider what to do with that. But with 1 round to go, he can buy regardless. Bartak can blitz a short though, actually. So he doesn't need to full send it here because drops will be required. That is something to consider, but it's also an option to do damage to the opposition.
Oh, that was quick. Jota straight in with the kill. I mean, this is just again, a risk that the Mongols take here. I think they've been taking a few risks, and a lot of them have been paying off. But when there are players holding the smoke like that, it is not going to go well for you. And we actually get a second T-side timeout taken ahead of the last round of the half. I should still be good on the majority of the players. Maybe Bartak will be on something weaker. See what the approach is here for both sides in this last round. Smoke out mid early, but 4 players leaning towards A, including 3 in Palace. Let's get interesting in this round. I wonder if they just try and contact out here. Wow, it looks like it. This is risky. I don't know if it's going to work out for them. They're losing numbers by the second. Azteca in the side, but gets naded. That has not gone according to plan.
Well, this is a very important resurgence as far as the score is concerned for Imperial towards the end of the first half. This 2v5 will be very difficult for Mongols to win. So I think the door has maybe been kicked open somewhat further at the end of this half. Bad for Imperial, but 6 is a lot better than 4. Blitz not able to do anything in this round, and there's plenty of chance now for Imperial as we move through to the second half. we continue at IEM Rio, the third and deciding map between TheMongolz on your screens and Imperial on the other side. And Imperial, who were able to steal a few late rounds in that first half. We're starting at a 6-9 scoreline. I know Hawker's a fan of that, but is it going to be enough for Imperial to try and tie the score early? Let's find out. Imperial will be on the T side of the pistols on this occasion. And it looks like they may have an execute in mind. We've got smokes, we've got flashes as well. Here come the flashes, but also here come the Julies from Techno. Manages to stay alive with the flash and deliver some frags, or one frag. Chelo with 2 with the Glock, that'll be enough for him. Flashbang support from his teammates, but they've cleared the bomb site for now. But for how long as Blitz slinks his way through? Needs to land the headshot, though. He'll do exactly that. Bomb planted by Fallen on default. 3 versus 2. As the Brazilians try to do more. Chelo needs to ace now, but he will be traded. And the pistol will go to TheMongolz.
Yeah, look pretty decent for Imperial, but TheMongolz able to rotate pretty much everyone over to this right bomb site really quickly. And that helps them a lot there. Blitz and Annihilation coming in for the final kills. And that could be a really key pistol here for TheMongolz. See, yeah, chelo getting these entries. I thought it was going to be good for them, but Blitz still just surviving for so long on short. That made a massive difference. And Annihilation then coming in with those final 2 kills. Look at the buy from Imperial, though. Straight in with 5 Galils off the back of the bomb plant. Plenty of M4s out for TheMongolz, though.
This is a hell of a round. This will never be shocking to me, this kind of scenario.
Yeah.
Just how much they're able to pull out from this after losing. Maybe it'll be different in CS2, who knows? There could be all kinds of changes. There could be changes to weapons, to the economy, on launch. A new...
Man's still just in beta.
A new weapon. There was, what, that TAC-21 or something that was rumored about that never actually appeared in the game. But these Galils will move forward towards that short position. Oh, Hashtag had such a good angle. But a ding and a dong from Jota will be good enough. Chelo's the one to get dropped into if they keep an eye on kill feed, they'll know that wasn't the first fragger. There he is. There he goes. And everyone else is going as well. Imperial get melted on that B bomb site. Turned into fondue. 5-round lead for TheMongolz. Fantastic response from them. Dealt with that one very handily indeed. No bomb plant is a bonus for TheMongolz.
Yeah, and this is looking tough for Imperial now. They should be going 12-6 down here. There won't be much for Imperial to work with. And this was an opportunity given to them. They were a last-minute qualifier. Just a few days before the event, they got invited, I should say. TheMongolz, they did have to qualify through the Asian qual, but they made it through. And it's looking better for TheMongolz right now. And for Imperial, I'm sure this tournament would mean a lot to them. They're going to have to do a lot of work to come back into this series. Otherwise, they face elimination. boltz not having his best game. Not much he can do in that fight. And this is going about as you would expect here. TheMongolz cleaning up.
Yeah, the problem with a 6-9 scoreline at halftime is if you are on the arse end of that and you lose the pistol, you're often looking at a bad. Yeah, never mind. You're often starting. I didn't even mean it. You're often starting at a 6-12 scoreline once all is said and done, and it just feels like you're so far away at that point. And that's the situation that Imperial are facing. God. So let's see what they're able to do. They have half the score of their opponent as the buy rounds begin in a second half.
Yeah, pressure on for Imperial. I think we saw earlier TheMongolz able to deal with the pressure. Oh, they've missed the window smoke. You can't be missing the window smoke. Oh, no. No.
There's always that guy. I'll smoke window.
No,
what a great
man.
job you've got, isn't it? Isn't it, just? Somehow VINI's in a 1 versus 2. And we've seen him clutch already. And he will smoke the window out of respect for his fallen brethren.
Showing him how it's done.
This is winnable.
This is weird, yeah.
This is
'cause the
super
Mongols
winnable.
just push B. They're not going to know here.
They're splitting up as well, which I don't like. They're splitting up with no one actually covering the B-bomb site, which is, I mean, if you're going to go 1-on-1, then fair enough. But otherwise, surely stick together. There's risks in both. There's no bad option there, really. But we can see Azteca is over towards B, but VINI's got to be thinking, surely someone is somewhere.
Yeah, I think he knows it's apps. He's cleared everything else. I might give him a chance for a fight here.
Still making footsteps. So Azteca has some idea as to where he
It's
is.
a molly as well.
Oh,
big
VINI.
flick.
Techno's taken so long to get here. So long. He knows he's by the bench, but look how awkward this is. Techno versus VINI. VINI does not lose these situations, and once again, he does it. He delivers the goods. After a catastrophic start, 1v2 in mid, in the clutch, VINI delivers again and again.
Yeah, terrible start to the round. But VINI did just got this kill, and that opened the door ever so slightly. And even with the missed windows smoke, VINI comes up clutch for Imperial. And I honestly think they needed that, not just because they were already down, but because if you lose after missing the windows smoke, your morale is shot. This is still awkward for Imperial, though. Look at this buy. They only get 2 AKs into this round. So there's no rest here for them. They've got to keep focused into this one. And there we go. They smoke window this time.
It's like half a head showing for VINI. Oh, he's gone back to the well. VINI showing how strong he can be. Why he's on the team. VINI's dangerous. Especially with a shaved head.
Yeah, man. Oh, what a flash. Fantastic team play. Azteca's going to trade, and oh no, Blitz wasn't even looking. Chelo with an excellent transfer. Puts this round in the dust.
Dream is collapsing in the short term for Mongols. They are going to be off to the job center with no money in the bank after the proceedings of the last 2 rounds, really. Suddenly, it feels like Imperial are in control. We spoke about that 6-12 deficit. Well, it is getting smaller and smaller very quickly indeed. I don't know if Mongols are going to have much to offer in the next round, so the trajectory is looking promising for Imperial. Things starting to get somewhat rough now. Where is Bartek? Okay, Bartek's got he's got that top spawn there away from all of his teammates, so he could make a play. So generally speaking, like if you've got a spawn like this and you want to, let's say, go through the underpass, you don't want to buy full grenades because you're probably not going to use them. If you die, it's going to have wasted all your money. Is he going to be making that play? Slightly blocked by his teammate, but he can use him as bait as well. Aha, so his teammate has a purpose. All right, there we go. Now, Imperial know that Mongols are in a desperate situation. They'll play safe. Look how passive they're playing. Chelo just at the entrance of B apartments. Not wanting to take any risks early. Just be able to deal with any forward play, if you will, from their opponent. There'll be some sound cues for boltz and little respite for Techno as the grenade comes through as well. But Azteca sacrificed himself. And Techno comes through with that 5-7. So he has avenged his teammate. One fell for the other. See Bartek waiting for that smoke to go, but Chelo's coming through from connector. Maybe hearing Chelo moving through. Desperate play from Bartek won't work out. Bomb heading towards mid now. Chelo exiting situation. Annihilation of the M4, but again, think Imperial will be okay.
Ooh, Annihilation wins that fight. That's what they needed to have any opportunity to try and get back into this round. And VINI's still in spawn. There's a chance they can try and force these fights on the B site. They'll take their time. Fallen jumping across, now gets the info, and now the AWP is locked in on the angle. Good shot onto Blitz. I think that takes away the opportunity here for Mongols. They've got themselves a couple of rifles. And Annihilation nearly caught Fallen in the back there. It looks like it will be Fallen to hold on for Imperial. They've brought it back to 12-9 now. And, I mean, you've got to remember, for the Mongols, they won both pistols. They got off to 3-0 starts on both halves here. So for Imperial to be bringing this back, they're doing really well in the gun rounds right now.
Tag timeout comes through from the Mongols. Lots for them to think about with how these recent rounds have gone. They'll be on the bye once more in this round. Looking strong earlier on, they will surely wonder what has happened in that regard. Good util for the most part. Annihilation a little short, but he has his AWP and Kevlar. 15 kills for Annihilation, leading the charge on his team. 18 for Chelo, VINI and Joser on 15. boltz the only one who hasn't turned up quite yet, but again, they started on the CT side, and that can come down to position. On the T side, we'll see if he can light up the scoreboard, as he did much earlier on. And we've got Chelo just charging straight out of the ramp, going for a fast one, and Annihilation will puncture him. He'll take all the ribs. And Tekka could find Fallen here. This is a huge round for Mongols. Considering this will put them 3 rounds away from the series, this is massive. Imperial needs to do some damage here. Chelo is very, very short on money. The rest of the team should be okay, but opportunity will be few and far between in this round. Strong one from Mongols. Imperial tries to catch them off guard up the ramp, and from there, all the dominoes fell. And apparently they were the dominoes.
Apparently. Annihilation just gets his AWP back out in time to land that first shot. Big risk taken by Imperial. And then these mid players doing a real solid job at winning their fight as well. Double AWP setup is in play for the Mongols. So if Imperial try those early moves again, they could be in trouble. Has Tekka in position to boost right now. Oh, this angle. Blitz has been spotted, but somehow survives there. Down to 22 health. They're still going to fight top mid. Fallen's found one. Has Tekka replies, but look at Bartak still out in the open. He might just try and get away here. Gets to safety.
That was a hell of a tag timeout with the aggression we're seeing from Mongols. But VINI is creeping. With an AK in his hands, that doesn't bode well for his opponents. Early aggression, and now things start to slow down. Noise is cut. Notably, Tekka's in the apartments of B with a second AWP, which allows his teammates to remain focused around the A bomb site. They've got angles on short. Seem to be okay with the window situation for now. Very fast response there, and that'll give Bartak some extra angles. He may find something. He sees someone on short. I think he did. He'll be traded though, and that's a clue as well. He'll have to think about his options now, as Tekka will have the information, but do they commit to that site? Or do they switch it up? 2 AWPs remain. As Tekka was waited for by Fallen, he understood the likely setup with all the plays they saw in mid. They've taken the game away from Mongols once again.
Very nicely done. Force that connector player forwards. Once they took him out, that B site ended up being pretty weak. Annihilation, I mean, he has a little look. Doesn't work out for him as Imperial get up to 10. They could have done with saving that, or I'm not really sure what he's going for there, but now it's a position where there might be a bit of a weakness in the buy. Techno will have to have a FAMAS. And Imperial really grinding their way back into this one now. Those mid fights just put Imperial in such a powerful position. Do have that AWP out for Annihilation. Well, did he miss the jump or did he want to go underpass? You decide.
Red top mid from Imperial. Techno and Azteca with a setup in the apartment. Now, 2 players towards A on the T side radar. Often it indicates, or normally indicates, a straight A play. Now a third one makes their way over as well. Connector will be very, very important. We've got Joe to top mid. VINI in the underpass.
Ouch.
Eating a very chonky grenade. Sub 1 minute mark. Smoke in the window, molly towards short. Bomb is waiting on the ramp. Protect the VIP is enabled. Chelo is there as well. Edging forwards now. VINI makes his way into the window. Did Techno see it? Was the light obscured? Was he in the right position there? There's no one in the ladder room. This is going to be an important fight. 3 players on A. Seems he's reading for it. Looking high, though, expecting him to be standing, and VINI was on the low ground at 46 HP, down to 26 now. That is a very important frag. Azteca coming in from that short position. Jota still in connector, 20 seconds on the clock, but there are still 3 CTs on the A bomb site, and they start to get active. Down goes Fallen, down goes the bomb. How much is there for Jota to do here? Hiding in plain sight with 4 players up. Any kill would be worth it, but they don't have any money either, really, apart from boltz. Down to the wire in the dying rounds of the last map of this series.
Yeah, a little too late for Imperial in that round. Even when VINI gets that opening kill, there's just so much info for the Mongols. They have 3 on A. They have that player push through B, who ends up flanking into mid. VINI goes jumping back, not expecting someone to have come up through the underpass. Because of that push through B, they have that stack on A. They have that crossfire, and they even get aggressive towards ramp, just taking Imperial out before they get anywhere near the bomb site. And Imperial decide they need a tactical timeout. Look at this buy for them. So many weaknesses, only the 2 AKs in play. They've gone for the investment, 14-10 down. They feel like they have to. They don't want to play for overtime. They've got to come up with something here. Otherwise, they might be eliminated early from Rio. Heavy group on A.
Boltz needs those deep flashes to deal with Annihilation. Not deep enough. Didn't even flash him at all, actually. Artak's been dropped. In the meantime, Annihilation, he's absolutely ready. But his angles are being forced away. Jota close to the smokes as well. Blind. Blitz comes out at the right time, but Fallen trades. Desperate round for Imperial. Trying to keep Mongols off max point. Is he calling for a flashbang? Is there one? There's no util for the rest of the team. He's just standing in the smoke. Annihilation may be checking this. He's checking the inside of triple, but maybe he's not after all. There will be a trade here, and now it's down to boltz in the clutch. 1 versus 2. Smoke up on the bomb. Techno is dealt with. He's so low. Azteca swinging, and there it is. He doesn't have a kit. Is there time to find the defuse? It's going to be a close one, but I think he's got it. Oh, it's going to be close. Wow, just in time. They seem way more confident about that than I was. Match point for Mongols.
Yeah, he looked over instantly, gave a grin to his teammate. He knew he had it. I think that initial flash, Annihilation, I think he might have just ducked behind the cover at CT to not get blind. And then, just so well coordinated by those riflers at the end there, Azteca realizes, okay, this player's stuck at ramp. I can just swing this. He got dinked. I can just swing and almost certainly win the fight. For Imperial, again, the buy is awkward, but they need to step up now. Christian Bartak into Palace, but he loses that opener.
Sending it on Imperial when the chips are down. It's the rifle collected. Fallen has most of the util for the squad here. Maybe give it to a pistol player. So chelo is on the other side of the map, delivering the eagle shots. Look at the patience here. Mongols just continue pushing into Imperial when they have many of the advantages. And now had. One minute mark is here. Mongols can't afford to lose this round, really, in the short term at least. It's going to be a sweaty situation waiting for their next full buy to come through if they are to lose more weapons here. At what point do they disengage? Annihilation's lost his angles now on CT spawn. Blitz, a laboured spray. Is it time to save? Well, doesn't matter. They're going to take nothing out of this round.
Ooh, that's chelo finishing the job. Imperial stay in it. I mean, waiting for that aggression there. chelo hitting that one dig, pretty important. And the Mongols have been going for a fair amount of CT aggression here. Imperial finally make them pay. And all of a sudden, it is the CT economy that is shot right now. I mean, their losing bonus is only $1,900. Some of the players won't have enough money to buy in the next round either. Yeah, up now from Imperial.
Nervous situation to be in towards the end of a game. They've got 2 buy rounds. Maybe. Nice.
Yeah, can you buy here? Oof.
I mean, you could have a crappy buy here and then buy at 14.
Yeah.
I think you have to with the rounds that are left.
It's probably the way
you have
to do
2
it.
buy rounds, but one of them is a bit maimed, if you will.
A bit dodgy.
Imperial need 3 from 3. Little margin for error. But they've been in plenty of pressure situations before. This is just another one. I'm sure they want to play in front of a home crowd if they can. A few more steps to go before they get to that point. About survival here. So this is a pretty reasonable buy. They won't have maybe all the util in the world, but they've got enough to make some plays. They've got the flashes. They can go for some aggression. Now, what is the read from Imperial? They expect maybe a charge up mid or an AWP in the apps or something if there's the money for it. We know there isn't. Fallen having a look in the usual angles. Despite the lack of the AWP, look how aggressive they are on the A-bomb site, Mongols. How far will they go? In the palace as well.
Wow.
Ooh, such a tight angle from boltz. Bartak's still creeping. That's the bomb drops on the floor. They'll hear that, but VINI, with the left eye peek, delivers the crouch peek and delivers Bartak downstairs, if you will. 5 on 3. There was so much information for Mongols there, but they lose both jewels. I mean, boltz was playing that fantastically. VINI had the hard peek there and still delivered the frag with 100 HP remaining. This one's looking a bit rough. 3 M4A1Ss make it to... Again, it's basically eco-territory next time anyway. Well, 1 versus 3. Technically will be heard rotating by chelo. They have all the information, Imperial. They can plant the other side of default if they want to. Plant for everywhere. It's a standard default plant for CT. Now what does Techno do? Maybe they could have held on to some more rifles for the next round, but easy for me to say.
Yeah, this aggression. I mean, the Mongols, they're sticking to this game plan. A lot of CT aggression in play from them. It seems Imperial have started to figure that out now. They're just spreading out in their default, waiting for the pushes to come to them. And speaking of, chelo's going to come to Techno. Nothing saved for the Mongols. But really, it's just very important they don't spend too much here on the Mongols side. You want that proper full buy into round 30. So I think minimal investment has to be the call here. Ooh, I don't love Azteca buying the Kevlar. I think he'll still just have enough, though.
Kevlar and a P250. If he's missing one grenade next round, I'm going to make an official complaint.
I think he might, but we'll see. Yeah, Imperial, you can see the way they're playing now. I think they're literally just waiting for aggression, slowly taking mid control. Feels like they've figured out the Mongols' game plan. Now, they are starting to group towards B. Listen, there's such little firepower here. It shouldn't matter either way. If there was ever a chance, it is a 3B stack. VINI looks back. Clean up in full effect. Azteca got 1 kill, so he makes a bit of money back, but it is round 30. We go the distance on the decider map here. Elimination on the line for one of these two teams. Imperial have fought back from a few series points, a few elimination points against them. But now the Mongols have that bye they've been waiting for.
Who was it with the Kevlar? Was it Azteca?
It was.
So he's got no defuse kit. There's 1 kit on the 5 players in this round. And I think he picked up somebody else's HE as well. He has 3 grenades and I think $50. So Mongols have 1 defuse kit instead of 2 that they could have had. Here's what you could have had. A defuse kit or a Molotov. Let's see how it plays out. Last round of normal time. Imperial fighting for overtime, fighting for survival. Sending all the util into the A-bomb site. Are they fully committed to this though? Because we've got 2 lurkers in that mid position, so I'm very curious. They have put fire almost everywhere. I say almost because Techno is still here, and down goes VINI. No one's able to respond to it just yet. They're planting the bomb as they deal with him at the same time. Brazen, and here is Vartak as well. Still, we've got the 2 lurkers making their way through. Fallen manages to bunny hop back towards the ramp. Very curious scenario we have here. Down goes Annihilation. Wasn't expecting these lurkers. How is this bomb dealt with? Fallen behind the smoke. He has a gap, but not one with an angle on the bomb. Ooh. And now it is just down to Fallen behind the smoke as the bomb is being defused. This could hardly be more awkward for him. And there it is. What could he do, really? Mongols win 16-14 all the way down towards the end, but they make it in the last map of the series.